Hello there. Welcome to Mr. Tavner's Back to School Night video. I'm Mr. Tavner. I teach in room 211 in the morning, and I move over to room 213 in the afternoon. I teach math, science, and social studies to both groups of students, or I could say each group of students. A little something about me. I've been teaching for more than 20 years. I had 3 years substitute teaching while I was earning my degree. I did 3 years teaching fourth grade at St. Pete's in Merchantville, and then I came down to Buna. And I've been down in Buna ever since. I've been in Buna for, this is my 21st year in Buna, all of it. I've been teaching fifth grade. I earned a master's degree in history, and I also teach at Rowan College of South Jersey. I almost called it Cumberland County College because that's what it used to be called, but now it's Rowan College of South Jersey. So that's a little bit about me. Our goals for the students to give your child the academic and social skills he or she will need to progress to middle school. Yes, we want to make sure that they are ready for middle school and get them to middle school. I want to provide a supportive and fun classroom environment. Supportive because I want the students to be willing to take risks and make mistakes because really we learn best from our mistakes. And I can't imagine a job where I'm not having fun. So I want it to be fun, and I want to challenge your child academically. Maybe they'll discover new interests. Maybe they'll find a real passion for dead people like I have. I really like the history. I really like the social studies stuff. Maybe they'll find a passion for numbers. I'm hoping that would be fantastic. My class schedule, I'll leave it up on here. The main thing on this actually isn't so much what happens at certain times during the day because we're a little bit flexible with that. But Wednesday, our Zoom schedule, the AM class meets up at 11 a.m. and the afternoon class meets up at 2 o'clock p.m. And yeah, so we'll be I'm going to try my best to hold to that same schedule for Wednesdays. I don't expect any changes, but I'm also available as needed through the day on Wednesday. So if there's something comes up, you can shoot me an email, let me know, and I can meet individually with students or parents who might be having some difficulty with this stuff. Our classroom is a community. In our community, we have rules to help us get along with each other. The rules are respect yourselves and others, raise your hand and wait to be called, socialize on your time, and prepare yourself for class. Now, that preparation would include the materials. You, well, we're mostly virtual now, so the main material you would need would be a computer with internet access, but you'd also need a paper and pencil because, well, the math would take some working out, and paper and pencil would work for that. Sure, most of the time they're putting the answers in, but a paper and pencil to work those problems out would be very helpful. Anything other than that, I'll make sure that they've got. I'll put that on me to make sure that they have. So what are they going to be learning? What is fifth grade going to be all about? Well, let me tell you, I teach the math, I teach the science, and the social studies. For the math, the most challenging part, in my experience with fifth grade, is going to be fractions. It's a big chunk of fifth grade. Now, you can see there are a lot of other things that I have listed for what they're going to be learning, but I can tell you when we get to fractions, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing fractions, that's going to be where the real challenge is. And if there's one thing that would tremendously help, that would make that go so much easier, is if the students have their facts memorized, especially their multiplication facts. If they know their multiplication facts like this, the everything for fifth grade gets that much easier. So if I were to stress one thing with the math, that second one down with multiplication facts, those basic multiplication facts, 0 through 9, if they've got them, then they're in very very good shape. I can get them to do the adding and the subtracting fractions and multiplying fractions so much more easily if they've got those multiplication facts already down. So we'll be doing problem solving, we'll be doing fact practice, and it's all standard based instruction, all standard based practice. For science, we're going to be using Freckle, using the Harcourt book, and any other resources I can use to enhance the curriculum. Uh, ReadWorks articles, Newsela, whatever I can present to them that will help to enhance that curriculum. Yeah, I'm going to use that. And for social studies, we're going to be using Freckle, Macmillan. That's the book I was reading from. Other resources to enhance the curriculum. This history degree that I have has made it possible for me to do some very good research that I can bring to the students, and I'm very excited about that. And we're going from just before the American Revolution. We just started with the French and Indian War, and worked our way through that to the Civil War and beyond, which makes it sound like it's Buzz Lightyear. And we're going to be reading some primary source documents. That's going to be cool. So focusing on literacy, we're encouraging reading across the content areas. The online programs we have, like Freckle, ReadWorks, Newsela, they promote focus on literacy and primary source documents too. And reading the actual stuff that was said by the people that said it back in the day, that is part of literacy skill. And we're going to be working with that. So yeah. The grading system district-wide is 50% of the grade comes from practice. That's the classwork, homework, daily assignments. The other 50% comes from quizzes, tests, and major projects. And all the schoolwork, the classwork, the quizzes, the tests, all of it is going to be posted on the Google Classroom daily. So whatever we're doing that day, that's going to be posted up on that Google Classroom that day. And I try to get that on there by 8 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it gets a little later. It might be 9 o'clock, but it's before the school day starts. Actually, in the classroom, the stuff is up on the Google Classroom, so you can find the 50% practice, 50% assessments. That's what'll go into the grade book that way. There's going to be a lot more of the classwork, the daily assignments, than there will be the quizzes and the tests and the major projects. But in the grade book, it's 50-50. Best way to contact me, email me. That is a fantastic way to contact me. I check my email regularly, and I don't just check the email while I'm at school. I check it at home too. So if problems come up, I usually check my email somewhere around dinner time. And so if something comes up after school hours, I'm still around. I will get back to you. I will contact you by way of email. I'll make phone calls. I will find a way to contact you if we need to get in touch. And some on-course tips. Grades are going to be posted weekly. So if you check regularly, you'll see the most up-to-date information. And a Google Classroom tip, it's not on the screen, but I'll tell you, on Google Classroom, you can check out your student's page, and on the left-hand side, there's a drop-down button, and you can see it says To Do on there. You click on that To Do, it'll bring up the assignments that need to get to done. To do to done. So that's another way to see how things are going and how if they've fallen behind at all. So that's what I have for my back to school night video presentation. I'm looking forward to a very interesting year. It'll be a year like no other, so I'm very excited about that. My email address is mtavener@buna.k12.nj.us, and the school's phone number 856-697-8080. And one last bit of information. Our back to school night is Thursday, September 24th, 2020. I'll be available by Zoom between 6 and 8 p.m. And I'm going to end this video the same way I end the lessons that I have on video, by saying aloha.